Good afternoon, folks. Here I come. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Y'all done knocked over my. Oh, look, let me get this up. I don't know how I did. What's my coffee, y'all? I'm taking the coffee. I don't want nothing to happen like it did this morning. Oh, it's fucked up. I charging my juice was down and everything, y'all. I think that's my magic number. Y'all come on into the house. I just got kind of bored. You know what I'm saying? I watched everybody that I would watch. I was checking around to see what's Mr. Zara on. They usually do on her audition 3 spot, or somebody usually be on by now. You know what I'm saying? That come across my thing and let me know there's somebody on. But they're not. So I said, well, let me come kill a little time. Let me at work. Deanna at work. Ain't nobody on. I said, let me kill some time. Of course, nobody on that I really watch. If there's someone on, I really didn't check. I just be checking about who's coming across my thing. Where y'all at? Where y'all at? Where y'all at? Hey, 32 in the house. Up there in the sky. Drop down, y'all. Hey, Miss Gerald. Drop down. Or is them all my ops trying to see what I'm going to talk about? I don't care. But anyway, y'all. Hey, Sookie. Yeah, I'm not going to be alone. Just killing some time, girl. I don't see nobody on. So I thought I'd come on. Kill the time till somebody come on and then do the update of this lady here. But y'all see my title. I said another fatality has happened. I have permission to say it. Kiki just had an uncle pass. Now, the way he described it was his uncle took the Rona, Johnson shot. Now, he took it, I think he said a couple of months, but then how you wait the next, and he wasn't feeling himself. He was feeling bad ever since then, but not low down sick where he couldn't perform, daily, life. Then I assume he took his second one, but he still never got back right. Anyway, they found him deceased. I think he said he had been deceased a couple of days. He said that his mother is his mother brother and that they talk every day. But 2 days passed, she knew something was wrong because she hadn't heard from him. So in the meantime, some neighbor was smelling a foul odor for a couple of days and called authorities. They got it all checked out, and his uncle was in that deceased. Now, allegedly, they think it is coming from the Johnson shot. Hence another reason why I would not be taking Johnson, Merck, or nobody. I'm not trying to, make no decisions for nobody else, no way, shape, form, or fashion. But the thing is, to me personally, it's the guinea pig stage, as far as I'm concerned, because The flu shot, pneumonia shot, and all that stuff been around for years. And I used to wouldn't take neither one of those. But for the last 5 years, flu season, I take my flu shot. Then when I found out about the pneumonia shot about 4 years ago, I took that. And they say, take another one in 2 years. I took it in 2 years. This year, when I went back to take it after another 2 years, because it would have been 6 years, they said, no, once you do the first initial 2 years apart, it's every 7 years. I said, okay, cool. So I wasn't afraid of that because that's been around a long time. Those, enough. Just like when we all children, we all have to take our vaccinations to go to school. Everybody got that little mark on their shoulder when they took that one. You know what I'm saying? Those right there been around. We wasn't afraid to give it to our kids to start school and none of that. And now they got all this new stuff. I don't know, but prayers out to Kiki and his family and his mother, because I talked to him just then. I said, well, how your mother doing? He over there helping his mother. She was very close to her brother. So they not coming on here saying it's from that, but that's what they think. You know what I'm saying? Like I think that myself, judging by what he said, just like I think, just like DMX family think that massive heart attack came from when he took that shot, and then a week later he has the massive heart attack. Because he hadn't got back on drugs and he got himself together. He'd been out since 2019, and like I said, 2019, and then he did a whole rap battle with Snoop Dogg. He was okay. So I'm starting to hear too many bad things, and then these people got these blood clots and all like that. I hear one of them pass. Y'all, so I said, let me come back on and just talk for a few minutes since I was killing some time. I haven't finished watching all of Miss Pizarro's trying. You remember yesterday I told y'all I pulled everything out. I put some stuff out the storage. I put a lot of stuff out, computers, everything. Finna put some old out and put up some new pot and all like that. So I did a little bit of that. So I'll be home today. I'm working on that. And then when I take a break, maybe I'll jump on the YouTube on somebody's channel, somebody chat or whatever. Right now I'm on mine. It's because I wanted to come talk about that. And then there was an update a couple hours ago about Dante. But let me look over here and speak, y'all, before I continue. Because I get to run for the mouth and I won't continue. So I'm finna get to my that, and then I'll get to my YouTube stuff again. Sookie. Still shady. Vegas girl, you be everywhere, huh? How you doing, though? Good afternoon to you. YouTube Street, Vanessa J. Paulette. Hey, Paulette girl. Okay. I know you've been around getting some intel this morning. I'm quite sure Pizarro, too. Where's Pizarro? I'm surprised she's not on right now. Johnson & Johnson is a pharmaceutical nightmare. Let me put this up here if I can read it. A pharmaceutical nightmare, and people that are taking that shot are getting blood clots, allegedly. That's why we got to keep saying allegedly, because they'll take your little video down if they think you're talking against it. I'm not. I'm only saying what I see and what I feel. And thank you for those in the afternoon right now. Just few people watching me. I expect a lot to be here. Because what time is it? Oh, it's 12. It's 12:08 here, lunchtime. So people are probably back off of their breaks and back working down there in Texas and the East Coast, like that, 2 or 3. Whatever. Thank you for being here. Y'all can catch the replay. Okay. So y'all can catch the replay. So now let me go ahead and read this. This book just came out a couple hours ago because I took a break to look at some news. Because shouldn't this be first degree murder? Okay, let's get there, y'all. Let's get there. Shouldn't this be first degree murder? Let me mute myself for a minute so I can find this. Hold on.
Prosecutors in the U.S. state of Minnesota say the white policewoman who fatally shot Dante Wright, the young black man, after a routine traffic stop, will be charged with second-degree manslaughter.
Wow, y'all hear that? But I want to get to the next
police department.
Second degree.
Suburb on Tuesday.
Hold on a minute. Now, I like the New York Times better So I left from the person with the accent. Now, officer who fatally shot Dante Wright identified. Now, New York Times, this just came out 3 hours ago. Then there's one Wall Street Journal, just came out an hour ago. I'm keeping up to date. Now, I usually like New York Times over that one, but let's see what Wall Street said. Kim Porter, officer who killed Dante Wright, to be charged with second-degree manslaughter. Second-degree manslaughter? Shouldn't it be first-degree murder? Let's read this. Oh, my God. It says, Kim Porter, officer who killed Dante Wright, to be charged with second-degree murder. Somebody said that she was gonna get the most done, and it turns out to be true. The former officer who killed 20-year-old Dante Wright was taken into custody and will be charged with second-degree manslaughter a day after she resigned from the Brooklyn Center Police Department. Wow. In an email, Washington County Attorney Pete Arput confirmed plans to charge former officer Kim Porter, a 26-year veteran of the police force. He said the charges will be filed later Wednesday. Y'all, shouldn't she be getting more than that? Now let's see what the New York Times saying. Minnesota also killed Dante Wright, because some of these news stories tell it better. The white Minnesota police officer who fatally shot Dante Wright, a 20-year-old black man, after appearing to mistake her handgun for her taser, will be charged with second-degree manslaughter, a prosecutor said on Wednesday, following 3 nights of protests over the killing. Now, I don't know nothing about the law, the charges, or anything like that, but second-degree manslaughter, shouldn't it be? What should it be? First-degree murder, first-degree manslaughter, or something? And why would it be manslaughter? I didn't read up on which is what she should get, which is the most, but I'm thinking it was the first-degree murder, as far as I'm concerned, because the weight. They know the weight of a taser, just like the Black Mare said. You know the weight of a gun. The taser is yellow. The gun is on your dominant side. Uh, y'all think she gonna get away with this? It's called an accident. The plan charge against the officer Kimberly A. Porter was announced a day after she and the police chief both resigned from the Brooklyn City Police Department. So the police chief resigned too. Hundreds of people have faced off with the police in Brooklyn Center each night since Mr. Wright's death, demanding that the former officer be charged, and residents across the region are preparing for a verdict next week in the trial of Derek Chauvin, the former Minneapolis officer charged with murdering George Floyd. Pete Arput, the top prosecutor in Washington County, said in an email to the New York Times that the complaint will be filed late on Wednesday. Mrs. Porter lawyer Earl Gray did not respond to requests for comment. The Bureau of Criminal Apprehension, the state agency that investigates police killings in Minnesota, said that Mrs. Potter had been arrested and taken to custody on Wednesday morning and will be booked. Now, she's going to end up bailing out too. Ben Crump, a lawyer for the Wright family, said in the statement, while we appreciate that the district attorney is pursuing justice for Dante, no conviction can give the Wright family their loved one back. This was no accident. This was an intentional, deliberate, and unlawful use of force. Okay? That's what the attorney of Dante's family is saying. Mrs. Porter, 48, worked for the police department for 26 years and was training other officers on Sunday afternoon when they pulled Mr. Wright's car over. Now, 26 years, and she's training another rookie officer. And he did appear to look all puzzled or disappointed, traded. What are y'all doing? Because the video that they showed yesterday, and then the story behind it was saying the rookie who this person was training didn't know what to do, was confused, and was holding the gun and doing all the demands, following pursuit of what his training officer, which is Porter, was doing. So she was really finna train him how to shoot and kill a ninja. You know what I'm saying? Boy, another young man's life wasted over nothing. Official has said that he had an expired registration on his car and something hanging from his rear view mirror. Now, this is the first I heard about, expired registration on his car. Because his mom said when he got pulled over, he called his mom and told his mom he got pulled over because of the air fishers hanging. Well, officer found that Mr. Wright had a warrant out for his arrest and attempted to arrest him. He twisted away and got back into his car. So therefore, you guys, at that time, he wasn't a threat. Miss Porter warned that she would use a stun gun on him and then shouted, "Taser," 3 times before firing a bullet into his chest, killing him. She said, "I just shot him." But when we listened to the video, we heard her say, "Oh shit, I just shot him." Miss Porter can be heard saying in body camera footage that was released on Monday, Tim Gannon, who resigned as chief of police, described the killing as an accidental discharge. Now, it's not an accident, like the wife's attorney is saying, like the mayor said, and everybody's protesting. How could that be an accident? How come 26 years, you don't know what side, you don't know about force of habit to pull your taser? No. And she was training her trainee very well, like I said, how to shoot a ninja. I didn't mean to say that, but anyway, it is what it is. Under Minnesota statutes, second-degree manslaughter can apply in cases where someone has created unreasonable risk and kills another person through their negligence. The maximum punishment for a second-degree manslaughter conviction is 10 years in prison. Now, that's the maximum. So she'll probably get anywhere from maybe 1 to 5 and the rest parole. I don't know. Through sentencing guidelines call for about 4 years for someone with no criminal history. Y'all hear that? Now, she ain't got no criminal history. She can do 4 years, 4 years only. Do y'all think this woman finna get off with this? Wow. Here I am talking about 5. The maximum is 10 years, but with no criminal history, 4 years. So that's already sounding like, but you know what? They think it was an uproar when it was going on when Floyd first got choked out with that knee on his neck. Oh, it's going to be way more because right now they already taking to the streets and protesting it. Mr. Shaw, being the former Minneapolis police officer, was charged with second-degree manslaughter in Floyd's death. Now, he also got charged with second-degree manslaughter, but he also faces second-degree murder and third-degree murder and faces as many as 40 years in prison if convicted of the most serious charge. Now, he really need to get convicted of the most serious charge. At least he's looking at 40 years, but he really should have life. But she should have some charges like that as well. For several nights, the death of Mr. Wright has brought hundreds of people to the police station and Brooklyn Center, a Minneapolis suburb, where they have been met by Minnesota National Guard members and State Patrol troopers who have fired tear gas, rubber bullets, and other projectiles at the crowd. Now, they don't need to be out there shooting at the crowd like that. Some of the demonstrators have launched fireworks and thrown rocks and bottles of water at the police. Officers arrested 79 on Tuesday night. Dozens of businesses in the region were broken into earlier this week. That's just only the beginning. Minnesota, they're showing the little bit of the riot right here in the video, and it's on Twitter, and it says that Minnesota State Patrol officers are moving in from the side and ordering people in Brooklyn Center to leave. They're also specifically ordering news media to leave. See, they don't want the news media, recording any of this at all. Let me just do this real fast. Let me see. Wow. Oh, Lord, look at it. Let me see. I might can show it to y'all. Let me turn it to the side. Okay. Oh, they mean business out there. I'm telling you. Okay. Oh, Lord, they're out there too, y'all. They're out there. See if I can get this from the beginning. I'll show y'all a little bit. Y'all can put the fair rights up. Let me show y'all a little bit. See all the fire bombs and stuff? That's enough. So y'all get the picture of what's going on. That's just the beginning. So now they're not just going to be protesting Dante because it's not too far from where he was. George Foreman trial, the Shaman trial, everything going on, all of that's accumulation. Now, I was listening to Fly Nubian Queen, and I shared a video on my community board. Now, she was saying something. I don't know if she thinks that it has something to do with it. Oh, Lord. Kiki just sent me a picture of Uncle. I'm going to show it, I guess. Thank you so much, Miss Bless. Wow. Love the saints. I'll show y'all in a minute. He gave me permission to say it. He might come on and talk about it later on because I wasn't going to just play that, and then, oh, my God, they got a lot of news stories showing this stuff with this lady. But I want to get to Fly Nubian Queen so y'all can hear a little bit of what I was saying. It's one of my mods in here to put that thing up there. See, Fly Nubian Queen. Because I don't know if this is a coincidence or do this have any significance at all. But it said George Floyd's girlfriend was Dante Wright's teacher. Do y'all think that have any significance at all? And let me speak to some more people before I go on. 77 people, 26 likes. Come on, y'all. Hey, Laurie. I think I spoke already on 3 Unfiltered Muffy, Vegas Girl. She said she's good. I'm sorry, I'm just not looking at your answer. Michelle A. Good afternoon, y'all. I'm not going to be here long. I'll just kill it some time. Thank you, Laurie. Okay, let me get there. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976 allows is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. So let me let y'all hear just a little bit this from the beginning. I don't know if y'all watch her, but I watch her sometime. Fly Nubian Queen. I really do. I don't know if her sector is called a woke sector or what. I just know I like to watch over there sometimes because I even go there sometimes watch Cynthia G. I go over there and watch them people. Okay, hold on a second.
Peace and Black Power family. This is Jade Arundel, aka Lioness Crowned, your revolutionary, unapologetically Black host, right here at FlyNubianQueen.com, the network for melanated women and men like you. So we just got some breaking news. CNN just announced that the race soldier, suspected white supremacist, I'm being generous by saying suspected white supremacist Kim Potter, who took the life of Dante Wright in Minneapolis, in Brooklyn Center, Minneapolis, over the weekend, on Saturday, actually, April the 11th, which was also Robert E. Lee holiday, which was a revered holiday by the white supremacists, also the same day that they had these stupid White Lives Matter rallies around the country. Okay.
That's not the part I want.
26-year veteran of the Brooklyn Center Police Department, and who is also the president of the Brooklyn Center Police Association, was just charged with second-degree manslaughter. The maximum penalty for that is 10 years in prison and a fine of up to.
Okay, I just told y'all all that.
And so that news just broke.
Oh, hold on one second.
George Floyd's girlfriend, Courtney Ross, was Dante Wright's high school teacher.
Oh, skipped again. What am I touching?
Probably carbon monoxide poisoning from the vehicle.
Now, did y'all hear her say that George Floyd's girlfriend was Dante Wright's teacher? She's thinking that there's some connection there. I don't know. That's why we're listening to it, because I will drop my link while I'm on here for a few minutes. Go ahead.
The police vehicle that was right there. They're trying to do any and everything that they can to avoid justice being served in this case. It is absolutely ridiculous and disgusting. Absolutely ridiculous and disgusting. So let's get into this. George Floyd's girlfriend, Courtney Ross, was Daunte Wright's high school teacher. Now, I'm citing the Copyright Act of 1976, the copyright disclaimer under Section 107, allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. So that is done. Now, the insider, these are the main ideas of this article that I put in the chat. Daunte Wright's aunt has revealed new connections with George Floyd's family. George Floyd's girlfriend, Courtney Ross, taught Daunte Wright at the Edison High School in Minneapolis. The two families met on Tuesday, 2 days after Wright was shot dead at a traffic stop. It says their families. Listen, the families of George Floyd and Daunte Wright, two Black men, both fathers, who both died at the hands of Minnesota police officers, have discovered a deeper connection. Naisha Wright revealed at a press conference that Floyd's girlfriend, Courtney Ross, had once taught her nephew Daunte when he was a student at the Edison High School in Minneapolis. And just in case anyone forgot, Daunte Wright was only 20 years old, y'all. Quote, the craziest thing is to find out today that my family has connections to this man, to this family. His girlfriend was a teacher for my nephew, end quote, Naisha Wright said. Wright, 20, was shot and killed at a traffic stop by Kim Potter, a 26-year veteran of the Minneapolis Police.
Now, do y'all think they have any connection whatsoever? Y'all just heard what was saying. I will drop my link if anybody here that may want to comment on it just for a minute too. Do y'all think that they have any connection? Because she seemed to be thinking so. And somebody in her comment section saying that they saying she would be charged to calm people down. She would not do a day in jail or prison. I'm inclined to believe that too, since she don't have a criminal history and she can get 4 years if her record is clean. That 4 year could be parole. But let's continue.
Who said she intended to pull out her taser instead of her handgun. His killing took place just 20 miles from where the murder trial of Derek Chauvin, the officer who knelt on Floyd's neck for over 9 minutes, is ongoing. Protests have since erupted across Minnesota in the 2 days after Wright's death as people poured into the.
So that's enough of that for real. I wanted y'all to hear that part. Do y'all think that there's a connection there at all? I don't know. Do you think it's kind of reaching? But it can't. But it does sound kind of weird at the same time, y'all. I don't know. It's just so many different stories coming out, and the best one that I've been watching so far. I just like to watch. I really do like to watch Martin Rolling Martin. I'm always saying his name backwards. But sound off in the comment section if y'all think that may have some kind of connection. It should be first degree murder. He isn't going to get a whole lot of time for second degree manslaughter. That's not fair for that, boys. But no, it's not. And I think they believe because they paid off George Floyd's family. What was it? How many million? 27 million. He got millions. But I bet you that if they can trade him for the millions, they will. And the grieving will get easier and easier. They'll have money to put aside for his kids, his wife, the baby's mom, and all that. That's all that's good. And they're going with their life. But if they really can make a choice and they can really happen that way, they would want him. Lori said, "Racists are racist, no connection." Okay, that's like okay. I was wondering, is that a reach? That just is the woke sector now. They don't care for them animals. The way DL will be saying it. Then the trial is still going on. And like I said, I haven't really been talking on that too much because I'm really kind of want to wait and see what's going to happen, to tell the truth about it. So anyway, y'all, that's what's going on right now. That's what the updated trial is. Now, did I speak to everybody? But I hate to hear that about Ken's uncle. And they don't want you talking against them shots, which I'm not talking against them. I'm giving my opinion. Lady Nikki did a whole video. I forgot why she said the reason they made up why they took it down. But we want to discuss it, and everybody else discussing it. So if they take it down, they take it down. Let's talk about the blood clots. Okay, let's get into the blood clot part of it. Now, this is USA Today. Okay, blood clots in COVID-19 vaccines. How scientists are starting to unravel the rare side effect of the J&J and the AstraZeneca vaccines. Wow. Ooh, Lord, let's hear what they got to say, though. Let me see about that. It takes a long time. Although still murky, a picture is starting to emerge about the connection between two types of COVID-19 vaccine and rare blood clots. Ah, the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, which has been delivered to more than 6.8 million Americans, has been associated with at least 6 cases, severe and very uncommon blood clots in women ages 18 to 48. Let me get past this commercial so we can hear what they got to say about it. Girl, this is just terrible. If it did deter people, deterring them now. I don't care what kind of shot it is, which one it is. Let's take a gander. Wow, that went off real fast. It's only for 39 seconds. Come on, y'all. Come on, come on. Let me show you good. I can't get it to start. Go. Do I got it muted? But anyway, I think I got it muted. Can't get it unmuted. It just doesn't happen in healthy people out of the blue. And that's what's happening, said Dr. Hani L. Samkari, a hematologist and clinical investigator at Massachusetts General Hospital. In response, the Food and Drug Administration on Tuesday called for a pause in the use of J&J vaccine pending more research. An advisory committee to the Centers of Disease Control and Prevention is meeting Wednesday afternoon to discuss the problem and make a recommendation about how it should be resolved. The only way to make it be resolved is just pull it, period. Just pull the whole thing. Obviously, the vaccines are tremendously safe, is what they're saying, but it's not. We are talking about 6 events in 6.85 million doses. See, now what they're doing is justifying, well, since it was only 6 people that got the clots, it's okay because the other million did nothing happen. No, those 6 is a lot. Those are human bodies. Those are human bodies. You can't justify that. It sounds like to me that's what they're doing. They're trying to justify it. I don't know if any of those other people, died from it, but so far we heard that one person did. So I don't know if any other person went on, but I'm gonna check that out, and then I'm gonna be getting off here in a minute. Okay, let me see. Hold on one second, y'all. Let me look for that. Give me 1 minute. I want to see did anything else more happen to them. That's what I'm trying to see, but they're not really speaking too much on it. All they talking about is them pulling it. I want to know how those people are doing in the hospital that took them shots. Okay, so the women who received Johnson & Johnson vaccine expressed concern over extremely rare blood clotting cases. Now, this was 16 hours ago. The FDA says most reactions happen within the first 3 weeks. I know 6 people had their adverse reaction, but I personally am feeling fine. My family is feeling fine. I'm not worried. Well, didn't they say one passed, y'all? Correct me if I'm wrong. San Francisco, California is following the advice of the FDA and the CDC to stop administering the single-dose Johnson & Johnson vaccine. Many women who recently received the Johnson & Johnson vaccine are now worried about their health. a little concerned just because blood clots are really concerning, especially as the woman said, 28-year-old Los Angeles resident Ariana Woods. She just got the Johnson & Johnson vaccine 6 days ago. You hear all these medical advisors saying it's safe, take whatever one you can, and then having news come out of nowhere is a little concerning, says Woods. I feel like if I were going to have any negative effects, I would have had them already, said 33-year-old Oakland resident Samantha Floyd, who got the J&J vaccine almost a month ago with her parents and two sisters. Now, there are also people just saying they didn't get a reaction. The FDA says most reactions happen within the first 3 weeks. I know 6 people had these adverse reactions, but I personally am feeling fine. My family's feeling fine. I'm not worried about me, my health right now. It's really younger women that seem to be at higher risk, and there are other risks in that age group. For example, that's when autoimmune diseases start to appear. That's when birth control pills are being used. So there may be other factors involved. The bottom line is, y'all, they don't have enough information on this. They're talking about side effects as they go along. Because keep in mind, this vaccine was made under a year because they need to get something done real fast. Simple as that, y'all. Simple as that. Now, and YouTube news, basically the same thing going on, same old thing since this morning. I got to finish watching Bizarro. I have to watch it in pieces. I see my girl Shantass is thrilled. She uploaded the video, hiding in plain sight. I didn't get a chance to watch that yet either. But I'm getting around to it, and in between me going back and forth, watching stuff, I'll get around to it, watch everything. But basically, that's it. Now, if anybody in here want to drop down and say something real quick before I go off, I wanted to talk 30 minutes. I probably went over my 30 minutes by now. You know, once I get on here and get talking, sometimes I do. I don't be meaning to. You know, but it is. I get to talking. I be enjoying myself. Now let's get over here to this part over here, see what's going on over here. I'll check some out before I go off. But anyway, let me speak some more. People are having side effects that they can create a vaccine. Where's the cure for it? Well, they should have an antidote. You're right. They have it for everything else or something going on. They really do. They have it for everything else. So I don't understand why they don't have it for that. They don't have nothing to get these people when they start having stuff going on like that. No, I can't believe that's just, they got to have something. Everybody does react differently. You're right. You are so right. It takes years to create real cure. You're right. I feel the muppy. Mm-mm. Y'all, it's just a lot going on. I'm trying to get up here to the story I found earlier. Can't seem to get it, but I'll get to it in a minute. I'll get to it in a minute. But like I say, y'all, I was sitting around doing nothing. I said, oh, well, ain't nobody online. It takes years. So I know a lot of people yesterday said they would not be taking a shot. But like I said, I'm not trying to deter anybody like that. I'm just personally, this is me. This is my opinion. And I don't want to do it. I will not do it. So when I go to my appointment on the 17th, no, I don't want to do it. I'm going to do it. Now, if anybody else want to voice some concerns or talk about anything else, because I'm not really came back on to talk about the YouTube, as you can see. But if there was something for me to talk about, I will. Because basically, I talked about Tim Blaine this morning. Steaky Baby need to bag off and leave Tim Blaine alone. We talked about that already. And who else? Who else did we talk about already? And that's basically it. So I want to thank everybody for coming. I've been on here 38 minutes. I might just stretch it to an hour. Let's see. Okay, I'm putting there. I spoke to everybody. I can't find what I'm looking for right here. I don't know how I lost it. I'm always losing stuff. Yeah, y'all, Gypsy got whoever. Yeah, I did it again, y'all. I'll be calling myself, but it ain't my fault. This phone right here, it is very sensitive. It's a new phone. I told you I had to replace my phone. I had a choice to get it fixed or get a replacement. I chose a replacement, and not through pushing stuff over. So I can't get to over there. Well, I might have to come back a third time. today if I feel like it, if something else is going on. So with that said, y'all, I've been talking for 40 minutes, gonna get out of here. I would say I just think it's a coincidence. I just think it's a coincidence. No connection. Yeah, I don't see the connection either, but that's why I wanted to get y'all opinion on it. But we're gonna dance out of here. That's basically what I came on to tell y'all that what Kiki uncle passed. Kiki uncle took that Johnson and Johnson. Then Flight Nubian Queen seems to think there's a connection because George Floyd's girlfriend was Dante's teacher. I don't see that the connection. So with that said, I'm gonna say toodaloo because I'm trying to look now see if anybody that came on yet. Let's see who's live. Peace Love is live. We need to go over there to Peace Love, and Chantelli did a video about 30 minutes ago. So with that said, I'm finna go on over here to my girl Peace Love. I'm finna dance on out of here. See, that's another thing. YouTube messed up. Everybody don't be getting their notifications like they supposed to get them. Now, I could have been over there because I was waiting for something to come on. But that's okay. I can get over there now. It's better late than never, huh, y'all? Okay? It's better late than never. So let's go. Let's go on over here to Peace Love, everybody. Okay? Let's go visit our girl Peace Love. And I'll catch y'all later on. Now, Kiki might want to come back later on and speak on it. If he does, I'll come back. Just depends on, I'm going to keep up with these trials today because I'm not doing nothing so far. Everybody wrecks it. So I'm going to let y'all go. Let's go to Peace Love House. With that said, I'm going to say, toodaloo, toodaloo. Come on, broadcast, let's end.